In a kingdom wrapped in silver mountains and endless golden fields, a child was born beneath a sky that made no sound. A princess, the town criers shouted, the people cheered. But inside the royal chamber, the celebration was quieter. The royal physicians stood around the newborn. Their smiles were careful, their eyes uncertain. The queen held her baby, brushing her finger across the child's tiny hand. "Why are you so quiet?" the king asked. The oldest physician stepped forward. "Your Majesty, the princess is healthy in spirit, but her body is unusually small." The room felt colder. "Will she grow?" the queen whispered. The physician hesitated. "We do not know." Months passed. The princess laughed. She reached for sunlight like any other child, but she did not grow. Other babies in the kingdom grew taller. She remained delicate, light as a feather in her mother's arms. Whispers began inside palace walls. A weak heir, an unfortunate fate. The gods must be testing the crown. The king ordered silence, but whispers do not disappear. They travel. As the years passed, the kingdom saw their princess for the first time. She stood on the balcony beside her parents, tiny, small beside the golden railings. Some villagers smiled, others looked confused. A few laughed quietly. Children are honest in ways adults try not to be. "She's smaller than my sister," one voice shouted. The crowd chuckled. The queen's grip tightened. The princess did not understand. Not yet. At 5 years old, she ran into the royal gardens. She chased butterflies. She stumbled over stones. She fell. The palace maids rushed to help her, but nearby noble children only stared. One of them whispered loudly enough for her to hear, "She runs like a toddler." That was the first day she felt it. The difference, the separation, the invisible line between her and everyone else. That night, she stood before a tall golden mirror. She stretched her arms upward. She stood on her toes. She tried to imagine herself taller, stronger, like the heroes in the storybooks. But the reflection did not change. Small shoulders, small hands, small frame, big eyes filled with questions. In his private chamber, the king paced. "The people must believe in their future queen," he said. "How can they believe if they doubt her strength?" The queen looked out the window. "Perhaps," she said softly, "strength does not always arrive in the shape we expect." But even she was afraid. That winter, as snow covered the kingdom in white silence, the princess sat alone by her window, watching the village children play in the snow. They built snow warriors. They pretended to defend the kingdom. They never asked her to join. She pressed her hand against the cold glass, and for the first time in her young life, she wondered, why was I made this way? She did not know it yet, but the very thing the kingdom questioned would one day become the reason it survived.